What is going on? We're going to go ahead and get started in a few minutes. I want to welcome you in to the stream. We started a little bit early, which is fine. If you don't know, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. I want to welcome you in. We're here to answer your questions. Earlier, I posted a video on the day in the life of driving with Myles. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. I want to welcome you in. I want you to ask questions, feel good about yourself, feel good about your accomplishments. I'm excited to be here, and I'm going to treat this as if we have an actual lesson. So, you're going to tell me what location are you from, and age, right? We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to be interactive, and I'm here representing the SWAC and Prairie View, and they're going to be playing a game today. So let's go ahead and make it fun, enjoyable, and let's learn all that we can. So typically, I've been teaching driver's education about almost 24 years. The online portion happened because of COVID. And as going into COVID, we had to start figuring online. So many of you who are 15 to about 25, you were in school, college, high school, middle school. In terms of driver's ed, because that's my second job, I had to start doing Zoom, right? Little did I know it was going to change my life, because I used to go in person to teach the class. They shut everything down. So as a result, I had to really learn how to produce good content, learn how to teach online. And because I'm a school teacher and I enjoy being on camera, it was a good success. So what we're going to do is get right into the lesson. So we're pretending and treating this like a segment 2 class. I've come in, I've taken attendance, and then we're going to go from there. So we're dealing with, why should young drivers be concerned? All drivers should be concerned, but particularly young drivers, because they don't have experience. Number one, risk is the chance of death, injury, or damage. We all take risks when we get up in the morning, start our car, back out of the driveway. If we don't look, we could run over someone. We could hit a car. So you want to reduce the risk as much as possible. Next, approximately 1 out of 11, or 9%, of 16-year-old drivers will have a serious crash before their 17th birthday. My job as an instructor is to help reduce those risks. If you've made it to segment 2, if you've been driving 6 months, 8 months, most places around the United States have a level 2 TWO. And in this level 2, you're going to learn how to manage risk. You're going to learn the gift of life. You're going to learn about alcohol and drug awareness. So I'm going to take you through this as if you're my segment 2 students. And then if you have questions, you just put them in. Next, 1 out of 8, or 12%, of young drivers will be involved in a crash during their first 3 years of driving. So my job as a driver's education instructor, a traffic specialist, is to show teens and adults how to reduce those risks. And you do this through good practice, good preparation. You have your caregiver, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your auntie. Really, it's the whole community. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to teach someone how to drive. And I'm a firm believer in that, because too many young people are dying. And I want to see you graduate. I want to see you go to college, get a good job. And then 3 or 5 or 10 years later, just say hi, right? And then go on and be successful, because that's what it's about. It's about being successful, reaching your goals. Next, for 16 and 17-year-olds, the risk of for crashes involved is at a lifetime high during the first 6 months of unsupervised driving. You need your mom and dad. You, like me, you're like, Mom, Dad, leave me alone. I don't need you. I want to do the thing myself. And I get that. But you need your mom and dad. Hey, Dad or Mom, how do I get the oil change? Mom or Dad, how do I jump my battery if my car won't start? Hey, Mom and Dad, I need to take my car into the shop. Can you help me find a good shop? What does a good shop look like? The shop is clean. The people are friendly. There are not too many cars in the front lot or in the back. You can see the state um, requirement for business posted on the wall. Good shops will give you a tour. Good shops are clean. Their shops, they should smell like gas or oil or engines. I like that because I'm an automotive enthusiast. But for you, many of you who know nothing, go look at a shop. Go talk to the manager. Good shops will let you take a look, and they will look at your car for free, give you an estimate, get 2 or 3 estimates. These are some things we don't go over as a driver's education instructors, but you have to go beyond in a post 2024 world, 2025, 2026. There are going to be people who know about cars, who have that knowledge. There are going to be people who do not know about cars. I want to know about cars. I want to learn. I want to go to those new training sessions. I want to hear the next generation engineers and uh, turbo specialists and safety specialists talk. I want to be a part of that conversation. All of you should be part of that conversation. That's extremely important. And if you understand that, you're going to be successful. And it takes work, it takes dedication. And you, as a driver, want to seek that. Okay. And it's okay to look around your community, see shops. Good shops want to do a clinic. Okay. They want to welcome people in to maybe do a podcast, to maybe post something on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, because we are a social media generation, right? If you just popped in, what location are you from? How many years of driving do you have? I'm going to go ahead and type that in. How many years of driving do you have, right? Go ahead, type that in. How old are you? How many years of driving do you have? We're taking this through a virtual class right now. You're in my class. I'm going to go through the actual lesson. I'm going to tell you some real life application things you need to do. If you have questions, you pop them in. Next, for every 2 miles driven, the average driver, some of you are above the average because your parents drive you, some of you are below because your parents are scared to drive. You don't want to go out, you have anxiety. You make 200 observations. Driving is about observations. The light just changed. There's a kid there. Someone is tailgating me. Someone just cut me off. Observation, observation, observation. Observation means to see, to observe. You make 40 decisions. One mistake. You didn't check your blind spot. You ran the light. You didn't look left before you made the right turn. You look left, but you didn't look right. You just hit someone. We all are human, even me, right? So you have to decide what you need to do. So once every 500 miles, one of those mistakes leads to a near collision. If you want to get better, you're looking at this. If you want to get better, you're subscribing to this. If you want to get better, you want a membership to what I'm proposing, what I'm teaching you. I'm a state certified instructor. I value driving. I am a professional. Every 2 years, I have to get recertified. I have to do a test, background check, a state test to make sure I'm in proper physical conditions. So every 2 years, I demonstrate that. Every time I drive with the student, I demonstrate that. Next, research identifies Errors and inexperience rather than high speed or irresponsible behavior account for the share of driving young driver crashes. Inexperience. You haven't driven to Texas. You haven't driven from Houston to Prairie View. You haven't driven from Prairie View to Houston. You haven't driven to Austin, Texas. You haven't driven to downtown Detroit. You've just driven in your neighborhood, right? When you're out on major roads, you have stop signs, you have yield signs, you have trucks coming from Nebraska, Texas, Oklahoma. There's so many stimuli out there that you're overwhelmed. And if you're overwhelmed, you're going to make mistakes. It's called driver inattentiveness. You're going to run a red light. You just got hit. You're going to merge an expressway and you're going 50 and a truck is going 65. It's my job to help you recognize those things. I transitioned from a teacher to a mentor. Many students want me to spoon feed, FEED them. You've got to start growing every single day. From day one in class, if you're in class right now, I need to know your name. We need to be doing a Kahoot, a Quizlet, and you need to be winning. WINNING. I am a winner because I work. WORK. I work. I work to get better. I work to grow. I work to elevate. You're here because you want to grow. You're here because you want to subscribe. You're here because you want to excel. I'm not about staying still. And I'm about growing and developing and getting better every single time. And you have to be like that. The largest single category for errors involves visual search. You're not looking around. I went live earlier for about 45 minutes, driving through a shopping area. There are pedestrians walking by. You have to yield for them. You need to make eye contact with them. If you're not making eye contact, a pedestrian will get ran over, and that's manslaughter on your head. When you are making right turns from a private drive, a driveway, a private business, a shopping mall area, you have to yield to oncoming traffic. If you don't yield, you get hit, and then you receive a ticket. Many rookie drivers are very casual. And if you're too casual, you're going to not get out. Your mom and dad going to say, no, I don't want to drive you. You don't know how to drive. And you make me nervous. That's what your parents are going to say. That's what your caregivers. And I'm not mad at them because they're speaking truth. And for many of you, you don't want to hear that truth because you're not listening to me. You're not subscribed. You're not a channel member. And I will take you on real life situations, not just driving around the block in a parking lot with no cars, real life, downtown areas, Windsor, Texas, Detroit, Chicago, Kansas, real life driving experiences. Anyone can drive in their neighborhood, to school and back home, to the mall and back home, to grandma's and back home. But what if you need to go 3 or 4 states over? I don't know how to do that. You don't know how to look at GPS. You don't know how to read a map. You don't know what the interstate signs are. If your phone died, would you be lost? We're so dependent upon our phones. If this dies, you die. You need to be able to drive without this. You need to be able to know, okay, I'm at a fourth of a tank. I need to get some gas. The next rest stop, REST TOP, is 45 miles away. I only have 20 miles left to empty. You're not going to make it because you don't look at your dashboard. You're going to run out of gas. You're going to be vulnerable. I don't want you vulnerable. I want you to grow. I want you to get better. You need to be able to get better to grow. And you get better through driving in snow, through driving in rain, through driving in heavy traffic, through driving in fog, adverse weather conditions. You have to be able to grow to get better. And when you grow and get better, you will be more successful. You have to be more successful because no one's going to do it except for you. And you can't rely on your mom. You can't rely on your dad. You have to push yourself. You have to get better. And when you get better, you're going to have a better outcome. And outcomes are about safety, having that next birth date. And that's what I'm trying to relay to you today is have a better outcome through subscribing to me, through uh, following me on Spotify, which is Driving with Myles, Myles. I want to continue in this, keep emphasizing the important things you must do as a driver, you must do to get better. Approximately 41% of young drivers are involved, and this is locally, it could be from state to state, Michigan, Ohio, Texas. Per state, 44% of young drivers are involved in a fatal crash. It might be higher, it might be lower. But you, as a driver, have to make those decisions about, hey, okay, I understand this. I'm not going to drive. I'm going to wait to get better. And when you wait to get better, you will learn. But you have to be exposed to those driving situations. And when you're exposed to those driving situations, you're going to learn. Let's continue. Approximately 20,000 drivers, one in every nine of 16 and 17-year-olds drivers are involved in a serious crash. So what does this say to a parent or guardian? If it's raining or there's heavy traffic, you need to be involved and get with your son and daughter. Hey, there's really heavy traffic. Hey, let me just jump in and be in the passenger seat and support you, right? When you are driving on an expressway to go to a downtown area, right? Because little do you know, your mom and dad want to help you. A lot of you, including me when I was younger, I don't want to be around my mom and dad. They're holding me back. Not necessarily. They want to see you grow. They want to see you graduate. They want to see you get a job. They want to see you move out. They want to see you be successful. And I want to see you be successful, but it takes work. And it takes work to excel. It takes work to get better. Identify and explain possible errors in the experience. It's raining outside. You're going too fast. It's snowing outside. You don't have good windshield wipers. You have a half a tank of gas. You need to go to a downtown area. You need to come back out to the suburbs. You don't have enough gas. You don't bring any money. You don't have any money on your debit card. Many of you don't carry cash anymore. I carry both. I have some cash and I have digital money. But what if your card doesn't work? You should always have some money tucked away, a $20 bill on your visor in your glove compartment, because sometimes your digital cards don't work. And then you have to go to a sketchy area. And next thing you know, there are random people popping up to you. So I need you to take a moment and take a step back, right? How far reaching is the impact when a young driver or passenger is killed? It's very far reaching. Myself, as a driver education instructor, I hear these stories. I share them with my class. Your teachers will miss you. Your principal will miss you. Your coach will miss you. Your nieces and nephews will miss you. Many times, a lot of young people think they're the only one because you see the world as this giant vacuum, but really there are people like you, like me, who are out here who want to learn how to drive, but a lot of young people go across their journey. And then when a young person dies, we all take a step back. Wow, they were so young. How did this happen? They tried to outrun a train. Duh, trains always have the right of way. They were late downtown to pick up their parents, and they're driving like an idiot on 290 going 85, and there is an oil tanker that has crashed. You're going to skid and roll your car over. So you as a driver have to identify those situations. Get up a little bit early. Right. One of my pet peeves is getting up early. Yes, I used to be very late, waiting until the last second. As a result, I sped a lot. Calm down. If you can get up 10 minutes early, you're going to save time. If you're going to have your clothes laid out the night before, you just simply wake up, do what you need to do, take your shower, whatever. Boom, boom. You throw on your clothes, you're fresh. You're good. You might have time to go get a coffee, fill up your car, and then you go into school or you go to your downtown area to your job. And then when you are leaving, you have rush hour. Okay, I know it's rush hour. I can relax. Normally it's a half an hour to get home, but it's an hour. So you don't start saying, I hate this drive. We all hate downtown drives. We all hate that traffic when you're coming from a downtown area, whether it's Texas, Detroit, Chicago, New Jersey, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, okay, Tallahassee, Florida. It doesn't matter. You as a driver have to map your time out. You got to make sure I have enough gas. Is my car going to make it? Did I do my routine maintenance checks? Did I check my oil? Are my windshield wipers good in case in Florida it rains all the time? If you don't have good wipers, why are you driving? You can't blame your mom and dad. They give you money for gas, but you're not putting gas in the car. You're trying to stack your money up for some skinny jeans, for some shoes. Do your routine maintenance. What about the impact of drivers and passengers who survive? There's guilt because the driver is responsible. When I was at that high school age, that young college age, if I have 4 or 5 guys or girls in the car, I'm like, I'm responsible for you guys. I'm saying this to myself. Guys, put on your seatbelts. Okay. No, I'm not going to wear my seatbelt. I put my car in park. If you're not going to put on your seatbelt, why are you even here with me? Okay. You are a risk. You are dangerous. And accidents have been happening all the time. So you have to take control. And if you have a passenger who doesn't want to listen, stop the car. You got to get out, bro. Why? Why? Put on your seatbelt. And you have to have that. Someone's got to be the adult. 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 Someone's got to be the adult. Other reasons for young driver errors: lack of attention to driving. Eyes are focused in the wrong direction, right? Next, your mind is somewhere else. You fail to adjust your speed for curves, slick surfaces. It takes a lot to drive. It's attention. If you just popped in, how old are you? How many years of driving do you have? What location are you from? What are your state requirements? Everyone varies. Some states have 4 hours. Some states have 6. Some states have 8. Some states have 10 hours. In the UK, they have a more of a graduated license. In Canada, they have more of a graduated license. So you as a driver need to look at your state requirements, because many of those states that have longer level 1s, level 2s, level 3s, they probably have a lower fatality rate for teens. Okay? So you have to be able to make those decisions and make a good decision. Next, failure to recognize hazardous situations is the underlying error. You're driving about 65, 70 on the expressway. There's a traffic backup. You don't pay attention. You rear into cars. There's fog on the road. Everyone else is driving 60 or 70. You want to be at 75 or 80. You hit someone. We've all seen those multi-car collisions. 5, 10, 15 cars. Boom, 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 boom. They hit each other. People are crushed. Experience is the best teacher. I keep telling all of you this. And unfortunately, many of you don't listen. You don't listen to me as your driver's education instructor. Think of me as your uncle. You don't listen to your mom. You don't listen to your dad. You end up making those horrible mistakes. And then we're the ones crying because we've just lost a young person. You've got to listen to people who care. I'm not here for my health. I'm here to advocate safe driving. I'm here for you to subscribe. I'm here for you to follow. I'm here for you to become a channel member. And the reason why this is being pushed out to you, you're looking up information on driving. That's why it's being pushed out to you. That's why my face is being popped to you. Next, as a number of teen passengers increase for fatal crashes among 16 to 17-year-old drivers are likely to involve single vehicle speeding and other driving errors. So the more people you have in the car, the more dangerous it is as a teen because we are social. You want to look at that social media post. You want to take a selfie in the car. You're driving and a friend is like, hey, let's take a picture. And then you just missed the light. Oh, hey, I want to take a picture of you, right? But as a result, you ruin someone. So you've got to learn to take your time. Next, approximately 127 16 and 17-year-olds are involved in a fatal car crash as a driver, passengers, pedestrians each year. 127. This is across the United States. I don't speak on other parts of the world because I don't drive there. I know about America. I know about my location, about my region. It could be higher. It could be lower. And you need to do your own research to ask those positive questions, to grow, to get better. A serious crash is defined as one involved a fatality, injury, a possible injury, or $1,000 or more in property damage. I made a video. I saw one. A young driver was pulling up into Tropical Smoothie. That's the place where young people go. I like smoothies. My daughter goes there. Hey, Dad, let's go. Let's go. Okay, come on. Right? What's your favorite smoothie? So as a result, the person was pulling up. They accidentally hit the gas instead of brake. They went through the front window of Tropical Smoothie. I said to myself, wow. Because I had asked people in the store, what happened? What happened? Well, someone was pulling up and they hit the gas instead of the brake. I'm like, I was surprised, but I was not surprised. So you as a young driver have to be careful. You have to make good, solid decisions because those casual drives are those dangerous drives. Next, when do crashes occur for young drivers? You're watching this. One, you're a young driver. Two, you're a driver that wants to get better. Three, you want to grow. And I'm going to keep reminding you, if you're taking the time to watch this, you need to be subscribed. You need to become a channel member because you're going to get a one-on-one session like this with me. And I'm going to explain to you where you are in your driving development. Approximately 52% of all young driver fatal car crashes occur in daylight. You're probably saying daylight. People are running lights. They're rear-ending drivers. They're not looking left or right, and then they get hit. So as a driver, you have to make those educated decisions. I've typed some questions into the chat. What location are you from? Where are you in the world, right? How old are you? How many years of driving do you have? These are some questions I need to know as an educated professional. I want to help you. I want you to grow. I want you to see the value. If you're taking the time to listen to this out of your busy day, first, thank you. And I promised you a one-on-one virtual class when I made that post. And I told you, hey, I'm going live at 12 o'clock. I started at 11:57. You have a chance to ask your questions in a non-threatening way. There are no dumb questions. Ask your questions. Type them in. The most dangerous time of day for young driver fatal car crashes is the 3-hour period, 2 to 5 p.m. after school. Thank you for the thumbs up. That's the most dangerous time because young drivers are getting out of community college. They're getting out of high school. Maybe a young mother, 21, 22, 23, maybe they got pregnant at 15. They're now 20 or 21. They're picking up a driver. So as a result, you need to drive slower. If you had a chance to see typical high school parking lots across the United States, those teens are flying out of there, doing donuts, spinning around. I remember last Saturday, I was with my parents. I said, hey, that's what your son or daughter is going to be doing to your truck or car. They were like, and I'm like, I see it all the time. I'm going to rent a drone and I'm going to fly it up right after school, sit in the car and to see all those teens do crazy stuff out of the parking lot. That's why teens get hurt. That's why they get killed, because they are not driving safe. And then mom and dad, when you see the car, the tires are a little bald. Your brake pads are thinner because they go really fast and then they hit the brakes. Approximately 37% of young driver fatal car crashes occur on Friday and Saturday night. We all remember Friday night football, basketball. You won the division. Woo! We're going to go celebrate. Going to go to your uncle's house. Can we come over? Come on over. The pole barn set, big TV out there. You got the studio out there. Have fun. Can you pick us up some things? Sure, man. I got you. Uncle, I love you. You got to make good decisions on that, right? Next, the months May, June, and July account for approximately 1/3 of all young driver fatal car crashes. May, June, and July, summer, driving fast. You took the class a few months ago. You're on your level 2. You already have your license, but you only have 6 months of experience, 7 months. How can you put a lifetime of driving in 6 months, 7 months? You can't. A few years ago, I wasn't doing this. I still was teaching driver's ed, but now I decided to bring this skill set to you. And if it's valuable to you, you're going to do well. You're going to do well. You're going to ask questions. You're going to become a channel member. You're going to subscribe. You're going to follow me on Spotify, Driving with Myles, Myles. You're going to say, when are you going to make your next podcast? When are you going to go live? I go live every day at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then I know many of you are in school, college. You should be working. You shouldn't be at home in your mama's basement. And then I'll edit that and put out clips on the feed, short videos, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, so you can see it. And then I'm making commitment. You're making commitment to join me now. If you have questions, type them in. So the months of May, June, July, and August account for 1/3 of all the fatal car crashes. Slow down. I know it's summer. You just got your car. You just got it from the car wash. You're ready to go sideways out, but you spin out and hit a pole. Okay? So you got to be safe. Next, why is the after-school time period the most dangerous for young driver fatal car crashes? How can you reduce the risk? Wait until everyone leaves the park. You can just back out, go down, all the way around. People cutting in front of you, because the seniors are going to look at you like you're crazy. You're just a sophomore or junior. You're going to run me over? I dare you. Right? Because people walk right in front of cars. It's called the kryptonite quotient, where you think you won't die. That's why we lose so many young people, because they think they're indestructible. Okay? I'm a parent. Your parents want to see you grow. We don't want to see you get into an accident, become handicapped, maimed, injured, lose an eye, split your chin open, knock your front teeth out. So wait until the parking lot clears. Then get into your car, look behind you as you back up, and go to your job. Go home and do your homework. Go home and look for my video to pop up on your feed, because I try to space it out for you before or after school so you can see that video pop up. And you're like, oh man, he's going to share something. This is Driving with Myles. And I'm going to give you that real perspective. But you won't get that if you don't subscribe, if you don't follow. Why is 9 p.m. to midnight another dangerous time period for young drivers? You're tired. You usually fall asleep about 8 o'clock. You stay up all night. So you're going to start falling asleep in the car. You don't drive. So many states restrict teen driving. So you have to drive. You need to drive at a supervised time. If you have a job, and many of you need a job, I'm going to put in, hey, do you have a job? Put in, do you have a job? If this is bringing you value and you're learning something, give it a thumbs up. Okay. If you're not subscribed, tell me why. Do you want more information? You want more details? Tell me what you want. Because I do this for you, not for me. Because I'm not a selfish content creator. I want to see you grow and elevate. This is why I'm taking the time to give you this virtual class, because I'm an actual driver's ed instructor. I'm not some random person making videos. I want to bring you value. So do you have a job? How many years have you been driving? Where are you located? How many hours are required for you to go to the next level? Okay. Why is May a dangerous month for young driver fatal car crashes? I think a lot of young drivers think they have experience. They're driving on the expressway. They see an open gap and they go about 85 to 90. But because you did not do proper maintenance on your rear left tire, it explodes. You have a blowout. You overturn and you flip the car. We all were young once. We all did crazy stuff, driving fast, playing with other people, not taking things serious. I think around 25, you kind of, man, that was dumb. I didn't mean to hurt her, hurt him. I'm going to go apologize to my teacher in high school. I'm going to thank mom and dad for showing me how to take over the business. Man, I wonder if that instructor driving with Myles is still on. Because I'm giving you real life situations. I'm not giving you some scripted stuff. Driving heavy traffic, I show you that. Driving during school time, I show you that. Driving in rush hour, I show you that. Driving in heavy thunderstorms, I show you that. Driving in the wintertime, possibly spinning out, I show you that. You don't see other people doing that. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? I'm doing great. KC Outdoors and more. What's going on, KC? How many years have you driven? What location are you from? Right? And I appreciate you. So we're talking about real life driving, preparing you. Driver's education is going live. And I'm trying to prepare you. Okay? I do appreciate you taking the time to pop in. And this is bringing you value. Give it a thumbs up. Can you reduce your own risk? You can reduce your own risk by slowing down a little bit. Leaving early, leaving on time, putting gas in the car. I know you're tired. You don't want to put gas in the car. If you wait till the morning, now you got to get ready. You don't eat breakfast. You're already tired. You don't wake up to 10:30. You're going to miss first, second hour. You're already late to class. A couple years of Indiana. Awesome. My engine builder's down there. Tony Bischoff, BES. I'm going to put that in. BES Racing. Let me do it right. BES Racing. Okay. So it's about helping and it's about getting better. See, the algorithm pushed it out to KC Outdoors and more. Casey, I'm appreciative of you, and I hope that you learn from this. Ask questions. All right. So approximately 24% of all young driver fatal car crashes happen on dark, unlit roads. You didn't see the edge of the road. When I went live earlier today, we went on a narrow dirt road. And if I overturn, we'll go into the ditch. A lot of beginning drivers go into the ditch. I've been in 4 or 5 times with students who panic, right? And you can roll your car over and die, and you don't even know it. Next, 19% of young driver fatal car crashes occur between 9 p.m. and midnight. You should be home by 9:30. Unless you have a job, what are you out at night for? You're just driving around looking for trouble. And trouble's easy to get into and hard to get out of. Okay? So you've got to reduce some of those things so you can be safe. so you can improve, so you can get better. Reduce some of those risks, reduce some of those options that you have to deal with. 15% of young driver fatal car crashes occur between midnight and 6 a.m. Many of you get up at 6:30 a.m. or 5:45 a.m. You're tired, you're exhausted. Your parents don't want to drive you to school. Okay, go ahead and drive. Next, risk awareness. Fact sheet 3. 68% of young driver fatal car crashes occur on country roads. Hey, you look so professional. I'm going live. You want to pop in?
I look like shit.
Girl,
Sorry.
come on in. That was my daughter. Taught her how to drive.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby. Love you.
That's okay. I'll go on there. Happy birthday.
Love you. Love you. Right. Taught that young lady how to drive. Had her on roads. When I'm done here. And to see her drive and to be safe out there. And life is real, right? And your parents want to see you get that job, drive that car, but you got to put in work. Okay? A lot of people in her friend group don't drive a lot. I don't want to drive. I just want to stay on the main roads. That young lady's been to North Carolina, Washington, D.C., Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, across the United States, has done a lot more driving than a lot of you because you have to want to get out there. We got to keep that vehicle serviced, check that oil, put air in those tires, make sure she's got jumper cables, the tow rope, all of those things. You saw my face light up. She's the next generation. She's going to have everything. Get everything to her, right? And hopefully she does a good job. Okay, let's keep going. 6% of young driver fatal car crashes happen on the interstate. The interstate driving is a lot different than regular drivers ed routine driving, neighborhoods, main thoroughfares, roundabouts, U-turns, lane changes, stall parking, angle parking. If you don't have real practical driving experience on the interstate, you won't be successful. Because sooner or later, you're going to want to go to Cedar Point, Disney theme park, Universal Studios. And what a great opportunity for you to go in your driving educational development is to drive 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. But if you fly there, you're going to have to rent a car. You're going to have to get an Uber or a Lyft. So driving, you can control that variable. Now you're going to have to plan for gas. You're going to have to know the route. You're going to have to know in case your car breaks down, the water hoses, the belts, oil. Do you have a basic toolkit? Many of those things, many of you don't have because you're not prepared. And it's up to me as your driver's ed uncle, your mom, your dad, to help you. Hey, honey, did you check your tires? Do you have a tire pressure gauge? Do you have jumper cables? Do you have an extra quart of oil? Do you have a portable plastic half-gallon gas can? Because cars do run out on the expressway, and no one feels sorry for you. Why are you pushing it to the last second? That's what a lot of you would do. You're very reactive. You're not proactive. Next, 47% of young driver fatal car crashes occur while driving a vehicle in a straightaway. So these drivers are looking down, they're on their phone. Oh, there's that funny video. And then they crash. So you as drivers got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for those unexpected situations. 10% of young driver fatal car crashes occur while driving on a curve. You're going too fast into the curve. Centrifugal force will pull you to the outside edge, or you will go in a straight line. I can't tell you how many beginning drivers are going 45 in a curve, and I'm saying slow down. Oh, you're going to crash. You have to learn to listen to your instructor. If you just popped in, do you have a job? How many years have you been driving? Where's your location? Right? This is your virtual class. I'm taking you through actually what I do, and you feel a closer connection to me. I'm encouraging you, if you're watching, to subscribe to the channel. You'll subscribe if you feel it brings you value. You won't subscribe, he just comes on my feed and I'll look at it every now and then. I'm trying to encourage you to subscribe, to become a channel member, to get one-on-one sessions where I'm in the car showing you how to park, showing you how to pass your test, parallel park, angle start, reverse angle park. I'm going to show you routine maintenance. I'm going to take you to an automotive shop. I'm going to show you what a good shop is, clean. The state license is on the wall. The manager wants to show you the shop. All the mechanics and technicians look clean and crispy, even though they're working on cars. Beautiful tool chest, tools, jacks, floor jacks. And you're like, this is where I want to bring my car. And they're knowledgeable. If you want a performance upgrade, headers, a bigger throttle body, they know how to do this. Okay, it's going to be $375. We're going to have to lift the engine off of the motor mount. We're going to have to tilt it to the left to slide the header in. Now, once you put those headers in, a bigger throttle body, your engine's going to run lean. We also have a tuning package where we can tune your car, and that's going to be an extra $375. Oh, okay. And you buy the parts. You plan on a week or 5 days because you had to give them time to work on the car. Did many of you even plan for this? No, I just thought they could do it in one day. No, it takes time. They might, okay, a bolt broke off in the cylinder head. We're going to have to heat up that thread area, put a tap in there and get it out. That's going to be an extra $25 to $35. Okay. So good shops will make those adjustments. They'll call you, hey, we ran into a problem, or everything went pretty good, but we burned the cable to the oxygen sensor. It's another $55. Oh, by the way, your other oxygen sensor, that cable is almost broke. That's why your car doesn't run good. So it's going to be extra $150. Okay. So it's always more than you expect. Okay. So I'm going to take you through that journey. I've already talked to some shops. They're going to let me come in and video. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to go through the process. I'm a customer. And it's a chance for you to see what a good shop looks like. Also, in the spring, there's a shop that I talked to. They're going to be detailing my 1968 RS Rally Sport Camaro from Texas. Okay. They're going to show you how they detail, not painting, but how they detail, what you should do. That's going to be exciting. I'm going to interview the owner. So much value. And when you become a channel member, these are the exclusive things you're going to get. I just thought this driver said, it's so much more, right? And then we can talk about, okay, my front tires are wearing out faster than my rear. Well, we need to rotate them. Or, hey, you have a problem. Your car's out of alignment. It pulls to the right. So you got to do the maintenance. You can't just rely on mom and dad. A lot of you will rely on mom and dad, and then you're going to end up being trapped in a situation where you're going to have to put some money into your car. Your mom and dad can get you a car, but now you got to get some tires on it. You got to get some brakes. You can do it yourself, but you got to buy tools now. I don't have a garage. You can work on it in your driveway. I don't have a driveway. Well, you could work on it on the street, but it's dangerous. I've done all those things. Man, wow. I'm lucky I wasn't killed. But I've done it in the back driveway. Such memories. 8% of young driver fatal car crashes happen making left turns. Left turns are the most dangerous. You as the driver come up to the middle. You check traffic. You look at the traffic going across you. You don't look to the right. You don't look to the left. You look at the traffic going past you. When it's clear, turn into the nearest lane. A lot of you overturn the wheel and we get ready to hit a car in the left lane. So what I have to do is just hold the wheel, right? Because it's automatic, because I've been there so much, but I don't take every drive for granted. Every driver's different. I had one driver panic making a left turn. He went up to the middle. He panicked. The car started going straight. I had to turn the wheel into the correct lane. We almost hit a car. Okay. And then that driver canceled the next drive. So I know I need to be extra loving, offer support, but we have to get through this. And trust me, that's on his mind and it's on my mind. But I'm here to teach, and you need to be here to learn. Next, 14% of young driver fatal car crashes occur on roadways with the speed limit of 35 or less. Excuse me, typically beginning driver speed. And if you speed, you're going to have to run lights, you're going to have momentum, and you're going to turn in the wrong lane. Drive at or near the speed limit, and then you'll be more successful. 17% of young driver fatal car crashes occur at stop signs. People aren't stopping. They just kind of roll the stop sign. And because they're so used to doing that, they have inattentive driving. They hit a pedestrian, they hit a car, they hit you. So when I'm advocating stop, S-T-O-P, stop, 3 seconds minimum, 1001, 1002, 1003. Stop minimum. I don't care what other people say, I don't stop. You have to learn. If you just tuned in, this is your virtual driver's education class. This is what I do 4 times a week. Of course, I have Kahoot, I have Quizlet. I'm just showing you a one-side situation. If you want me to do more, if this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do more, subscribe to the channel. I can integrate Kahoot. I can integrate Quizlet. I can show you driver's education Q&A questions. It's all on you. But you have to be committed to learning. Like I'm being committed to go live right now. And if I can help one person change their life, I've done my job. Okay? Next, 10% of all young driver fatal car crashes occur on a roadway where traffic control devices are in effect. Thank you, Jackson. I appreciate you. Okay? And Jackson, this is what I like. This is what I do. And of course, I have videos to show you and those other things, but you took the time to listen, and hopefully you're getting encouragement to be safe. Jackson, if you send me your email, I'll send you my number. We can start a conversation. I want to help you, right? So you got to email me, and then I'll send you my number. We'll talk. We can do a live session. I want to get you ready because been here supporting from day one. And when you give, you receive. So you got to email me, and then I'll email you. We'll talk, and I want to help you get out on the road, right? So signs, people are running lights. They're not stopping. They're not yielding. They just go through. Risk awareness. Young drivers plus passengers increase risk. The risk of fatal car crashes involving 16 or 18-year-olds increases 40% when one passenger's in, 86% if 2 passengers, 182% if 3 or more passengers. For 17-year-old drivers, the compatible risk is 48% one driver, 158 for 2, and 207 for 3. So the more people we have in the car, the more distracted. I need you to be safe. We're all social. We all love being in the car, but you've got to slow down and stay focused. You got to tell your friend, man, turn down that music, bro. I can't look at that funny video right now. I got to get us to Kalahari. I got to get us to the theme park. So you have that personal responsibility, and if you don't take it, no one else will. That's how I still feel when I drive. You imagine driving your loved ones on Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up. I drive during that Christmas break, and I'm going to narrate. I'm going to take you through that. I'm going to take you through the mall. I'm going to show you some of the routes. Earlier, I posted a film live. We went through a shopping area. We went through a residential. We merged on the expressway. You need to look at that. You need to be subscribed, because when you subscribe, you are taking a personal interest in getting better. If you're just a casual viewer, it came on my feed. So you got to subscribe, and you're going to get the one-on-one. Okay. Like Miss Jackson, She's going to send her email. I'm going to send my number. We're going to talk. I'm going to help her get ready to pass, to take that test. How can I help you? How can I assist you? Right? So I want to help, because when you give, you receive, kind of like Mr. Beast. If I had the funds, hey, today we're going to help 100,000 people get their license. You know how Mr. Beast does it. He does it big, right? Going to have a football field full of instructors, going to have thousands of driver's ed cars there, going to have tears in people's eyes. Are you kidding? And if I would call him up or reach out, he would make that happen, because he cares. He's in North Carolina. He cares. Okay. So, Barnes, can you help me too? And I fail my learners. Barnes, become a subscriber. Barnes, put your email down. I will email you back. We will talk. You gotta put your email. We'll talk. I'll put my phone number in there through the email. Put your email in. I will help, because when you give, you receive. But you gotta become a subscriber. I don't have the channel membership set up yet, but it would benefit you becoming a channel member, because I'm going to take you through the licensing process. I'm going to take you through step 1, step 2, step 3, because I am a state certified instructor. I'm not some random person just doing a video, because I'm passionate. I was blessed to train. So you got something to do. If you're serious about it, put your email in. I'll take a picture on my phone. I'll put the email in. I'll send you my number. We'll talk. I'll get you ready. What state are you from? How many years have you been driving? Or tell me. So I'm here. We had a guy from Indiana. We have Florida. Where are you from? Next, in fatal car crashes involving young novel drivers, approximately 1/3 of those killed are other passengers. Mississippi. My principal was from Mississippi. Is it Hattiesburg? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Reach out to me, right? Are you subscribed? Did you find me on YouTube Shorts? Did you subscribe to my law informed content? I made a great training video this morning. So much value. Put your email in if you're serious, right? I'm going to help you. I've already said it, and I'm going to be committed to it. Okay. Yes, I'm on that platform too, right? That was my first, and this is my second. Okay. So all you got to do is reach out, put your email in, and I'll copy it. I'll email you, and we can talk. Okay. So bicyclists are killed, pedestrians are killed. Young driver vehicles accounting for 46% of fatalities. So young drivers don't have experience. And that's not a bad thing. But if you learn the right way, oh, I'm in a downtown area, I got to slow down. Oh, I'm at the Eminem concert. I'm at the Taylor Swift concert. Okay. There are hundreds of thousands of people, right? Earlier, my daughter popped in. Okay. Ariana Grande came to the metro area. I've dropped her and her boyfriend off. I picked him back up. I got out of the car and I said, you need to drive. She was like, what? I'm like, yes, you need to drive. She looked at me like cried. You're making me drive? Yep. Thousands of people walking across the street. But she learned. She learned, right? And when you become a channel member, we're going to have those one-on-ones. I have my daughter pop in. I have my son pop in. I have people I taught will pop in. And then we can have this one-on-one. You're like, man, he really helped me. I knew what was on the test. He showed me. So when I took my road test, I was more relaxed. I made that mistake, but he showed me how I need to turn my wheel. So you're going to get that value. But if you don't subscribe and become a channel member, you won't. And Barnes, if you don't email, then I know you're just talking. I'll help you, Barnes. So how do you reduce distractions while driving when you have peers in the car? Tell them, be quiet. Stop talking. I'm trying to drive. You too loud, right? Being a passenger in a young driver's vehicle is more dangerous than the driver. How do you reduce the risk when you are a passenger, you just calm down. You just take your time. And when you calm down and take your time, you're going to be more successful. And you have to take your time and be willing to improve and be willing to get better. Okay. And when you're willing to get better, you will be more successful. And that's what it takes to improve, to want to get better, to want to be more successful. And I say want to be. I'm willing to help all of you, but you got to subscribe. I also have a podcast called Driving with Myles, Myles. It's on Spotify. You need to be following. That's another way to have me one-on-one. They're 45 minutes, half an hour, so you can kind of listen on your way to school, on your way home, not driving. And you can see the value because I didn't have that mentor. Okay. My dad and mom helped me, but you need a mentor to help you through your maturation process. Okay. I'm not hard to find. Thank you, Deion Sanders. I'm not hard to find. If you really want to find me, here you go. I just put it in. Teacher M96 at gmail.com. If you're serious, you'll email me. You got my email. It'll come to my phone. I'll call you when it's over. We'll talk. Hey, what's going on? Right? Email me, telephone number. I'll call you right back. You have mine, I have yours. Subscribe. Become a channel member. The channel member thing is not set up yet, but subscribe and then we'll talk. And I can take you through the process I want you to pass. Okay? So it's here. Okay? Let me keep going. Next. By you having more passengers in the car, you're going to be distracted. Early on, I used to have my cousin in there. We used to drive everywhere, go to the clubs, have fun. I wanted to be safe. I don't want to get hurt, injure my cousin, right? So when you're young, in fact, I remember I got hit making a left turn. I was getting ready to go to college. I had my Chevy Malibu, spent money on the motor, headers. It was light blue. This guy hit me. Oh my God. I wanted to cry, right? I remember, I'm taking you through. I wanted to cry. Jackson, lock me in. Lock me in. Okay? Email me right now. When this is over, I'll call you. We got to go walk the dog, daughter and I, but I will talk to you, right? I'm being accessible, okay? Because I want you guys, particularly Jackson, but all of you, from the beginning, right? And let's bring in 2024 with positivity and growth, okay? And Jackson's been here. I've been emailing, right? So what we have discussed with your parents and limiting the number of passengers. So you should be limiting the number of passengers, but you're not going to listen to your parents. You're going to listen to me more. You're going to listen to your uncle more. You're going to listen to your auntie more. Okay? So you as a driver have got to learn to listen more. And when you listen more, you're going to be more successful. Let me get this centered. I don't like how this is. It's a little bit better. Feel like it's a little sideways. It's a little better. You see what I did? I took the time to get that centered. It's a little too low. That's a little better. All right. So there's so many things out here, and I want you to be prepared. I want you to be successful. What types of vehicles are young drivers driving? In fatal car crashes involving young drivers, 50% of vehicles are 10 years old. There's nothing wrong with the older vehicle. They don't necessarily have the adaptive cruise control, lane departure, but you still need to drive. You still need to get that experience. And if you can only afford a car that's the 2015, 2017, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But be prepared. You don't have all those safety features. You know, how old is the car you're driving? Let's put it in there. How old is the car you're driving? Right? That will tell me a lot. And I have data on that. I can help you. Unfortunately, less than half of young drivers are driving types of vehicles recommended to them. You need to be driving a vehicle, the most current vehicle. But my mom and dad won't let me drive the new whip. I wouldn't either, because you can't drive. So you got to get experience, right? You have to get experience. Teenage vehicle owners are likely to drive with more miles, make more risks, see more traffic violations, and be involved in more crashes than those who do not own. So your mom and dad are not really going to buy a car for you, because then you got to get a job. Then you got to get windshield wipers. Easy. Then you got to put gas in. Oh, you don't know how to put gas in? I'll show you that. Then you've got to get an oil change every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Oh, I don't have the money. Then your engine's going to blow up. Then you don't do routine maintenance and rotate your tires, but you're going to be driving to Texas over 21 hours, right? Before my son left for Texas, we spent about $850. Good used tires, not new, used. Takeoffs, oil change, about $65 synthetic. Then he needed new brakes front and back, another $280. And then we found a shop to put him on. We bought the parts, saving money. So he's driving over 21 hours. Do you think I really want him stranded on the road? No. His battery did die. That was $250. The battery's in the trunk. It was the original battery. The car's to 2018. Doesn't mean it's going to break down. No, it's almost 2024. Okay. And he drives fast. F-A-S-T. I'm not going to tell you how fast, but it's fast. Okay. Has not been in an accident or at fault. Thank you, God. I'm sharing this because I go through this too. I'm going to check my phone to see if some people email me, right? That's going to tell me. I'm going to see if they're real. Okay. I'm refreshing my phone. Maybe they're on right now watching. I don't see anything in there yet, but that doesn't mean they won't. So I'm here. Okay. You got to subscribe. You got to become a channel member. They're on Spotify, Driving with Myles. Follow, MYLES. Type it in. I'll pop up. What types of vehicles do you drive? What safety features do the vehicles have? Anti-lock brakes, airbags, stability control. You know, what type of car? I don't know. You need to know. Okay. I'm so embarrassed about not learning how to drive. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be. I'm here to help. I've driven people 21, 27, 31, 51, 71. Don't be embarrassed. Consider me like your driver's ed uncle, your older cousin. All you got to do is email me. I put the email in, teacherm96@gmail.com. Email me, put your telephone number in there. I'll email you back. I'll call you. We'll talk. We'll set a plan for you. I'll do some research for you in your area. Never be embarrassed. Okay? Never be. Okay? You're just like everyone else. They are looking for a good instructor, and I wish I was down there to help you, and I would. But you got me as a virtual teacher. This is your one-on-one session. You need road test prep? I have videos on that. I have information on the road test. So you have me as a resource. Okay? You got me as a resource. I'm here. I'm going to continue. The Institute for Highway Safety Transportation and the National Highway Safety Transportation Administration rate vehicles. So you want to be in a vehicle that has a high crash test rating, 3 stars, 4 stars. In fatal car crashes involving young drivers, 16% of the vehicles are 15 years old or older. Again, your family might not have the funds or resources. but I'm here to help, and I want to help. That's why I'm here today. I have a few more sheets. What types of crashes are young drivers involved in? 33% of young driver fatal car crashes are single vehicle crashes. Single vehicle. You sideswiped the car. You made a left turn and turned too short, and you clipped the front left side of the car. Or you went in the wrong lane and you hit a car. 65% of young driver fatal car crashes involve two or more vehicles. Slow down. If you get overwhelmed, it's okay. Jackson, Barnes, reach out to me. Okay. When we're done with this, reach out. You're probably on your phones watching it. That's fine. Okay. I'm not hard to find. I will help you. Here are a few other things. Why are there fewer single car crashes involving young drivers? I think students are getting better. I think the state law requires mom and dad to put more time in. And I ask my students, can you get better? How many hours do you have? Oh, I had 30. That's the minimum. Students who have 50, 60, 70, 80. When you're in that graduated license, I'll go to grandma's. I'll go to the store. I'll go get gas. You should be driving everywhere. And a lot of students don't want to. Okay. Earlier in the stream, my daughter came in, gave me a hug. She's coming from real estate. She wants to drive. A lot of her friends did not have expressway experience. Oh, that's easy for you to say. You're a driver's ed instructor. That's your daughter. You got that right. I got her on the roads. Heavy snowstorm. Truck going sideways. I'm like, lift your foot, turn the wheel the other way. She turned it, straightened that boy out. We went to the left. I said, turn back the other way, lift your foot off the gas. Got her in that snow. But you guys are from the South. You don't have snow like we do. So you have certain things that are relative to your state. I'll do some research. I'm so excited to help both of you because when you give, you receive. I have a warm feeling in my heart, HEART, right now, because I'm helping people. And you're taking the time. I'm almost done. Stay with me. Young drivers are involved. Fewer rear-end crashes. They're going too fast. Slow down. 22% of young driver fatal car crashes are head-on with other vehicles. Avoid head-on collisions. They're the most dangerous. Slow down. Okay, slow down. 4% of young driver fatal car crashes are rear-end. I have more. I'm going to read one more page. Okay, we're doing this one small chunk at a time. When you're done, send me the email. I'll reach out to you. We'll talk, and you'll see value, and we're going to help some people today. What are roads and weather conditions when fatal car crashes occur? 83% of fatal car crashes occur in fair dry weather. People are driving too fast. 71% of young driver fatal car crashes occur on dry surfaces. Going too fast, distracted. 10% of young driver fatal car crashes occur in the rain. You're not used to the rain. Your car could hydroplane. You're going too fast. Your windshield wipers suck. SUCK. You didn't replace those wipers in the summer like I told you to. You're like, I understand, but I didn't have the time. Or they will put them on for you at the automotive repair shop. I can show you. 100%. Thank you, T. Fernando. Thank you. It's from my heart, right? It's from my heart. You know, it is. 1% of young driver fatal car crashes happen in the fog. You're not used to driving in fog. You're still traveling at 55, but you should be at 35. You rear-end someone because you can't see them. 4% of young driver fatal car crashes occur on icy roads. Fernando, I don't know what state you're from. I'm in the north. It's cold. It's 35 degrees out. Many of you are in the south. So let's review. I gave you a day in the life of this virtual driver's ed class. Usually I would have a Kahoot. I would have a Quizlet. I could show some of those things I need to check to see. I will give you those things. We'll show those things. But when you become a channel member, and I need you to become a channel member, and I need you to subscribe, I push a lot of shorts out. I'm doing more live videos, and then those will be edited into shorts. 45 seconds, 55 seconds, 2 minutes. They'll be posted on a lot of different social medias. But I'm here for all of you. And I want you to feel that I care, because I do care. And I'm taking time out of my day to go live with you, so you feel like you have support. You're not alone. And I want to help all of you reach your goal. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. I care. Email me. I'm going to end the stream. Bye, guys.